Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Your key to the week is the Star card. Are you thinking big? Because this week you are being encouraged to. Remember, the Star card is about those big goals, dreams and aspirations that are out there in the world. It's also, so whenever this card shows up, remember this is the card that follows the Tower. So I'm going to say to you that those of you that have had challenging times or situations, you get a bit of a breather. This is a week where you can breathe a bit easier, where you can kind of say, okay, you know what? Time to double up, time to double down. And time to double down and straighten the crown. All right, you are the so whether you're a man or a woman, you have an inner goddess. Trust me for that. All right, but this is about straightening up that crown and getting back to it this week. So the other thing with the Star card, this is about you getting really comfortable with those big dreams, those big goals, those big hopes and aspirations. And I am going to say to you, your faith in whatever it is that you perceive or believe to be out there is going to be rewarded this week. There's something that shows up for you that has you kind of say, wow, you know what? As challenging as things have been, I knew that this was the way that things were going to go, all right? And it's like your faith is being rewarded this week. So I absolutely love this for you. I will say, because it is the Star card, something that you're trying to do this week, especially if it's something that you're working on behind the scenes, it'll end up being a lot more public than you imagine. So it's kind of like, you know, something that you thought, yeah, you know, I'm going to deal with this in my own time, like at home in my little Cancer cave. And no, the universe has other plans. It's going to be a little bit more public than that. So keep that in mind, especially if you work in a field like I do. Obviously, this is my moon sign, so I'm kind of like a bit like, you know, reaching for the life raft at this minute. Okay, thank you. With that said, if you haven't got your 2023 Astro Taroscope yet, you can do that on the link in the description box below, or one of those little things floating above my head. For those of you that have already purchased them for the year ahead, I thank you so deeply for supporting my work in this way. It really does mean the world. I also want to say, if you're going to purchase just one this year, be sure that it's your ascendant. I have included so much more astrology this year about what is coming up and how it's going to affect your sign, specifically your sign. So the astrology part of it, in order for it to be accurate, you need to get your ascendant sign. You can get one for like $4.99. You can get the bundle for $24.99, and for the three, because I think the discount still holds from last year. I had nothing to do with that. The universe decided. So you can get your sun, moon and rising for like $12.97. The instructions on how to make that happen is in the link in the description box below. With that said, thank you so much for allowing me to sell to you from time to time. So for your actions and options, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. All right, so for your actions and options, you've got the Page of Swords. Okay, so it's an interesting one, right? Because whatever you are doing at this moment in time, whatever shape, and it's not what's shaping up for you, this is about the actions that you're directly taking over the course of this week. You're going to be revisiting them, or you're going to be seeing the results of them as we come into late January and early February of 2023. So whatever you're doing now, you're going to be revisiting it. You're going to be seeing the fruits of those labor come through in Aquarius season of 2023, which really is just round the corner. With that said, the Page of Swords, for some of you, this could be inking deals or contracts. For some of you, it looks like you're waiting for some kind of correspondence. For others, this is about you really launching yourself out into the world in some way, shape or form, which is very exciting. It also suggests as well that some of the conversations that you're having right now are having you really work on your, like you're having to work on the tootsies, right? Which is not always a bad thing. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Cups. So you've got two pages here. What do two pages mean? Disquiet. This could be a very loud week. It doesn't mean a bad week. It just means it could be very loud. So there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of information flowing back and forth. And at the heart of it, there's all of this creative energy where you're pouring your heart and soul into a higher goal or aspiration that is out there in the future. So whatever you're doing this week, it really does feed into the long term of what you envision for your life, which is actually very exciting. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, honestly, for a lot of you, this could be where you end up doing some of the teaching. So don't be surprised this week. Sorry, I cut my finger and I can't stop. I can't leave it alone. For those of you that are studying, like, you could be thrust into a teaching position over the course of this week. Maybe you know, you're asked to kind of fill in, and this is a testament to how brilliant you are at what you're doing. When it comes to those of you that are come on brain, when it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, honestly, I don't think that this is necessarily a promotion, but I really do feel like the conversations that you're having this week open up other doors or other avenues. Like, and this could be something, again, because the star card is things that are far into the future, but you are getting a little taste or a little glimpse this week of how good things can be for you in your future. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, whatever you are bringing to life, whatever you are birthing behind the scenes, you really are in love with it, right? It's like this thing has your heart. You're really invested. You're really deeply excited, right, by whatever it is that you're working on or towards, which is great. Your heart genuinely is in it, and it feels like for some of you, you're having either brilliant ideas or your own personal genius is unlocked this week, all right? So in some way, shape or form, whether you're working, not working, partnered, not partnered, whatever you've got going on, your own personal genius is unlocked this week. Allow it to lead you. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, again, this could be loud. I kind of feel like this is the, you know, the guys, the girls, you know, whoever your crew or your flassy passy, whoever they might be. It's like this week there's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of joy, but it's very loud. All right, so maybe a little louder than Cancerians like they're loud. For your love and relations, you've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you got this underneath the Page of Swords. For a select few of you, not for all of you, you'll know if I'm talking to you, but for a select few of you, this week you and your partner, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there's something that you and a partner disagree on this week, all right? And I got to be honest, because it is the Seven of Wands, which suggests you have the high ground. Whatever you're saying is right, but it's not really about what you're saying, it's about how you're saying it. So this might be a week to check your tone or how you're speaking to a significant other. That's going to get the message across much better. It could be that for those of you that are partnered, maybe there's an issue or a dispute that comes up with the partner that you're having to step in on their behalf for. For those of you that are single and looking, took me a minute, why I don't know, I've been single forever, but yeah, for those of you that are single, honestly, through either the friendship group or again through the girls or the guys, maybe you are connecting with someone. I gotta say, I do feel like for those of you that are single, this could be that a friend, somebody that is a friend or has been a friend or, you know, has that friendship status already, you guys could end up crossing over into other territory, you know, and there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of joy here. There's something here that you're really expressing on a very deep level as well, because the Page of Cups is the heart. It's what the heart really does want or desire, and you're talking about this with the Seven of Wands. And then you've got this star card here. So some of you could be connecting with somebody that has been a friend, or you're changing, you know, whatever you've been to each other previously, it's changing. It's crossing a threshold in some way. For your money and materials, you have the Eight of Pentacles. The caveat here, though, is that you have the Eight of Pentacles, which means work really is amping up a gear. But this whole situation is also bringing your, you know, pulling your focus. So you're going to have to find a way to split your time this week. Star card is number 17. 1 and 7 gives you 8. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. 2 8s is new knowledge, new wisdom, new insight. So there could be new information about how to make more money, but maybe work less. which, you know, everybody seems to want these days. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Eight of Pentacles is your digestive system. This, especially with this, it's like whatever you've got going on in the love life is causing a little bit of nervous belly. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Eight of Pentacles, for a lot of you, you might be considering changing the location for the job. So there's something about the work that could be seeing you change your location. Maybe you're thinking about a move. It's like, well, you know, if I move, what's going to happen with work? What's going to happen with the job? That'll unfold in time, probably around Aquarius season of 2023. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.